Once upon a time, in a small quiet village, there lived a boy named Armin. He was born into a poor family, where every day was a struggle for survival. His father worked hard in the fields, but the land was dry and unkind. His mother sewed clothes for neighbors just to earn a few coins. Despite the hardships, Armin carried a spark of hope deep inside his heart. He believed that life could be different, if only he held on and worked hard. Every morning, before the sun rose, Armin would sit under an old tree with a torn book. That book was his greatest treasure, a gift from his late grandfather. Though the pages were old and worn out, the stories inside gave him strength. He believed that education was the only key to a better future. But life was not easy. Most of his friends had already left school to help their families. Some villagers mocked him, saying, "Books will not feed your stomach." Others laughed, "Dreams are for the rich, not for boys like you." These words hurt him deeply, but he never gave up. Every night, he whispered to himself, "One day, I will prove them wrong." One rainy season, a great flood swept through the village. The fields were destroyed, and his family lost almost everything. Armin thought about leaving school to work full-time. But his mother, with tears in her eyes, said, "Son, never give up. You are our hope." Those words became fire in his heart. From that day, he decided nothing would break his spirit. He studied under streetlights because his house had no electricity. He walked miles barefoot to borrow old books from another town's library. He faced hunger, cold nights, and endless exhaustion. But his dream of rising above poverty kept him moving forward. Years passed, and the boy who once studied under a tree became the best student in his school. His teachers admired his determination and encouraged him to apply for scholarships. Armin worked harder than ever before. He spent sleepless nights preparing for exams, ignoring hunger and pain. Finally, his efforts bore fruit. He received a scholarship to study at a prestigious university in the city. It was not just his victory, but the victory of his entire family. When he left for the city, his parents' eyes were filled with pride and hope. At university, life was still not easy. He struggled with language, money, and self-doubt. But whenever he felt weak, he remembered his mother's words, "You are our hope." Every time he fell, he stood up stronger. He realized that perseverance was not about never falling down. It was about rising again, no matter how many times life pushed you back. After years of struggle, Armin graduated with top honors. He became an engineer and received a job in a respected company. The same villagers who once mocked him now praised his success. The same people who doubted him now told their children to be like Armin. But Armin never forgot his roots. With his first salary, he built a small library in his village. He wanted every child to have access to books. He wanted no child to feel hopeless because of poverty. Standing in front of the children, he said, "Hope is the light that guides you through the darkest nights." Perseverance is the strength that carries you when your legs cannot move. And together, they can turn impossible dreams into reality. The children clapped with shining eyes. They realized that if Armin could rise, they could too. Armin's story spread far and wide. It became a symbol of hope and perseverance for many others. The boy who once had nothing became the man who gave everything. And his life taught a timeless lesson. No matter how dark your night is, the dawn will always come. And no matter how weak you feel, your courage will always be stronger.